Hi chat, I'm Salty, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be using this team that I made in order to climb the ranked ladder in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So Regulation I has officially started, so I'm going to be playing some Regulation I on the ranked ladder in-game. So this is a team that I made. It's very similar to the team I used for the duration of Regulation G, consisting of Chi-Yu, Whimsicott, Calyrex, Koraidon, Pawmot, and Frigiraf. Frigiraf is here as I did switch up this slot quite a lot. In Reg G, I used Indeedee, I used Clefairy, I used Frigiraf. I just basically needed something to deal with the Chien-Pao, because Chien-Pao is very bad for Calyrex, as this was a Calyrex team, and I replaced Urshifu for Koraidon in Regulation I. So I've also changed Chi-Yu's Terra type from Ghost to Fire, just because I've got Koraidon now with the Sun. It's really useful to have that ability. I haven't yet changed Encore to Sunny Day, as I'm not quite sure how good of a change that is on this team, but that could be a potential way to improve it. We have Pawmot here, which is one of the main stars of the show. Pawmot has Volt Absorb and can counter the Miraidons and Iron Hands that want to spam electric type moves. And you also have a Revival Blessing to bring back one of your restricteds. Calyrex is Life Orb. I've also used it with Specs and Terra Ghost instead of Terra Dark, but I feel like I feel like Life Orb is a little bit more consistent because you don't get walled as much by the Zamazenta, but that again does just depend on what kind of team you're playing against. I have been watching some of the Reg I regionals that have been going on. And I feel like this team's definitely not as good as some of the teams I've been seeing on stream. But again, this is a team I made, and I'm going to be using it to climb the ladder today. So that's it for the intro part. The rental code is on screen, and the team post will be down in the description. So yeah, you can check out the team if you want to use it. And now let's get into the battles. What do we have? We have Calyrex Ice Rider and Grimstar, the Battle Champion, versus Koraidon and Frigiraf. So we can imprison here. We can imprison. We're immune to all the prankster stuff, which is good. And we can start getting damage down. So we can imprison, and we could Flare Blitz. I don't want to. I could just. We Terra Fire. Unless it's Terra Fairy. Terra Fairy would be bad. Let's see. It's probably Terra Fire, but it could be Terra Fairy. Terra Fire would be really bad for us, right? What is it? Terra Water. Okay. So, not the worst. Definitely could be a worse outcome here. There's Reflect. I did kind of predict that they would go for... It's missed, isn't it? Every time that bloody move misses. Yeah, I had predicted high horsepower, so that's fine. There's Imprison. Nice. Now we can Helping Hand. Scale Shot. Into this. We're going to Terra this turn because I predict that they are going to... I predict the Spirit Break and Glacial Lance this turn. So let's see what we get. I think Terra Fire is still very good defensively on Koraidon here. There's Helping Hand from my Giraffe. And now here's Scale Shot, so that's not going to get a KO even if I get 5 hits. It's not going to do anything near enough. I guess it's because I got Reflect. If I didn't have Reflect, that would probably have KO'd. But yeah, our defense drops here, which isn't ideal. But our speed does increase. This Glacial Lance. So I predicted the move right, and then what's the Spirit Break? Yeah. Okay, we do not survive that, unfortunately, after the defense drop. That is kind of my fault. I probably shouldn't have gone for Scale Shot there. But the other, yeah, I think we just It's not great either way. But we can always revive our Pokemon with Pawmot here, so it's not the end of the world. So we can now Helping Hand plus Astral Brush. It's not going to do much, but we should at least counteract the Spirit Break by getting KO. So here's Helping Hand. And then here's Astral Brush. That should do pretty good amount of damage, to be fair. Yeah, that's very good damage. If we were Specs, that would have KO'd. Okay, it's crit, that's why. If we were Specs on Grim, on Calyrex, that would have KO'd Grim as a crit. That's actually... maybe I should switch back to Specs. Well, here's Spirit Break, which is going to lower our special attack. They could have set up Light Screen then, to be fair. Here is the Iron Valiant. It didn't get Booster, which is interesting. So it's probably Focus Sash. Okay, they go for Protect this turn. That's fine. There's Psychic. And then they're probably just going to go for another Spirit Break. Giraffe moves first, actually, surprisingly. Let's get the KO on Grimmsnarl. And then they send out the Miraidon here. So I kind of want to go for... Okay, it is Electric Seed. Okay, I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam and Psychic. It shouldn't be able to KO us. Yeah, okay, there's Icy Wind. That's quite annoying. I hope it specs Miraidon here. There's Electro Drift. Nice. If there's just specs, then all we need to do is take out the Iron Valiant here. Which is why Pawmot's so good. Volt Absorb is just such a good ability. Volt Absorb and Lightning Rod are both incredible abilities. So this is basically me just scouting to make sure it's... I just want to make sure that it is... what's it called? Choice Specs on Miraidon. There's Electro Drift. Okay. That does fill me with confidence. I imagine they're going to click Spirit Break. So I do want to use Double Shock here. They use Icy Wind. Okay, so if they are going to use Electro Drift this turn, I just get healed back. They don't know about Pawmot's ability. And there goes Iron Valiant. There we go. So now I can just click Revival Blessing. Very nice. Pawmot's back up to full. We can bring out either Coridon or Miraidon. Calyrex here. I'm going to bring out Calyrex just because I know I can get damage off because it's definitely faster. Coridon has the chance to be lower speed. Because of speed tie. So here we can just click Astral and we can click Close Combat. As I don't think there's anything they can really do into my Pawmot now. Or my Calyrex for that matter, since that just one-shot. Obviously I could have, if they were specs and they would have just kept hitting Pawmot, I could have just clicked Close Combat there. But bringing back Calyrex just, it finishes the game way quicker. We are against Fluttermane and Incin. So yeah, we can just Tailwind and okay, they're Booster Energy, not Focus Sash. So I imagine they're back to Pokemon Calyrex and they're back to Pokemon probably Calyrex and Groudon. And why are they Terra Ground Incin? What? What is this? Terra Ground Terra Blast? Could you not have fit it on a better Pokemon? Earthquake? You have a Groudon. Why are you earthquaking with Incin? Huh? All you've done is remove your resistance to me. This is an interesting match. I mean, if we got the burn on Incin there, that would have been insane. Yeah, Fluttermane went for another Protect, but it failed. I guess they clicked Earthquake again? Are they like Choice Band Earthquake or something? Well, that's the weirdest thing I've seen on ladder today. Earthquake Incin. And they just forfeit. Nice. Okay. Well, there's the Chi-Yu game, guys. He's more useful than this, I swear, but yeah, I guess that's how the game goes. Right. So we've got Ho-Oh Ditto lead. I led Whimsicott. Calyrex. I led Whimsicott in the first slot because I thought that they would put Ditto in the matching slot. Because typically you put your restricted on the first slot and then your support Pokemon in the second slot. I always put my restricted in the second slot for that reason. But here's Tailwind, and then we can click Astral Barrage. I led Whimsicott because if they lead Miraidon, then Misty Terrain just reduces all of their damage. Whimsicott, yeah, I didn't lead it in the last Miraidon game because there wasn't any Tailwind on the other side. So I kind of got to balance that. Just bring a Whimsicott for Tailwind isn't really useful if it's against a Trick Room team, but this is a Tailwind team, so... That's very good damage. That's another crit as well. There's Sacred Fire, which we survive. Doesn't matter if we get burnt. We can set up Misty Terrain here so we don't get burnt any further. After this, which will be quite useful. Yeah, so that's Misty Terrain and Astral Barrage again. They're going to protect. They're going to probably Encore me into something here. Yeah, okay, they win the speed tie, so they're not choice scarfed, so they're probably focus ash. That's fine, honestly. I was only going to go for Misty Terrain here. But that does allow us to pick up the +1. And then we're ready next turn for +2. If we didn't have Encore and we instead had Sunny Day, that would have been a bit better for us. Although they could have set up Sunny Day last turn instead of Tailwind, and then KO'd us with Sacred Fire, so there are benefits and downsides to each of the attacks. Here's Ursh, so it's Rapid Strike. We're going to switch into Koraidon here. They could be faster with their Choice Scarf Urshifu, or they could just Aqua Jet us. Aqua Jet into Calyrex, and then Sacred Fire into Whimsicott. Here's probably the play. So realistically, I probably should have switched Calyrex out for Koraidon, and then I can't really do anything with Whimsicott, can I? So I just gotta hope that they went for Surging Strikes into Whimsicott, basically. Yeah, it's Aqua Jet. So Calyrex goes down here. And then Sacred Fire, I really don't want to get burnt. That's why I was trying to set up Misty Terrain. If we Terastallize to a fire type, are we still burnt? We know he's definitely Choice Scarf on Urshifu. This is probably going to be Miraidon. I think the more sensible play here would have been to Scale Shot and Double Shock the Ho-Oh. Yeah. I don't know how well this is actually going to go for Koraidon. We need the 5th hit. Damn it. Please hit Koraidon and not Pawmot. If I'd gone for Fake Out into Ho-Oh as well, that would have been good. Oh, it's gone for Brave Bird. Okay. My Pawmot. At least it's damaged by recoil. Okay, so this next turn I need to switch Pawmot out for Whimsicott because I need Tailwind so that my Pawmot outspeeds Urshifu because it's Scarfed. This is a surprising amount of damage, to be honest. Oh my gosh. It was a crit! No way Burnt Koraidon does this much damage. This is just going to be Surging Strikes into Whimsicott. If it's close combat... Oh, this is incredible! Even Burnt Koraidon is an absolute machine. I guess it helps we have Sun up, so Oracle Compulse helps quite a bit. Plus Scale Shot, if it hits 4 times, it's 100 base power, and 5 times is 125, not ignoring Stab. Same type of attack bonus. So here's Tailwind. That was cancelled, nice, because we have Pawmot in the back. Once we set up Tailwind, we're basically won. That's it for this video, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, and if you want to see my videos as soon as I upload them, make sure you subscribe. I try and upload weekly, so if you could subscribe, then you'll see my videos as soon as I upload them weekly. I do very much appreciate any support on this video, as this is one of my own teams, and I don't usually make my own teams for these videos. So I would appreciate any support or input on that. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.